Welcome back to another video, and as y'all know, I'm not really much of an Apple person. I try to avoid them whenever I can, not really a big fan of the company at all. And if you remember, a few years ago, literally a few, we got an iMac for the company I work for that I do graphic design for. So we've had that for years. It's an old Intel iMac, and not very impressive anymore. It's painfully slow. It was time to upgrade. The new M1 iMacs came out, and you might be able to guess what's behind me. Two big boxes. We got some accessories for it. This right here is the iMac. I know that for sure because it's very heavy. This one weighs like 10 pounds. It's very, very light. It's very light, and I have no idea what's inside it. We're gonna open this first, and then we're gonna go open the iMac. I'm gonna unbox it, and then I'm gonna use it for a little while and give you guys my opinion of it. And of course, I'm gonna go over all the specs because we custom ordered this thing from Apple, which shipped from China. And it took a little while to get here, but we got some cool specs on this, so let's pop this one open first. I might actually turn the camera up more. There we go. That works a little bit better. So I actually don't know what's in this because normally Apple does their like bundles in one box, so everything should be in that one box down there. So I don't know what's in this. We also have like a return thing for the iMac, the old one, so it might be in this. Yeah, it is. Okay, let's not talk about that. Oh, woohoo, this is the exciting box. Okay, let's do this one. Apple. Fancy pull tag. And we're going to set it down like this. And this area is not going to work to unbox this. Oh, yeah. Boom. There we go. The blue iMac. Alright, so since it's Apple, they already always do like a bunch of fancy stuff on their packaging. So we're going to go over this real fast. The front, of course, you get to see the iMac. And it's super awesome looking. This is like the totally new design. Very thin, supposedly. You can see the side and how thin it's gonna be, which is super cool. The back of the iMac, which is like a darker kind of navy blue. They do like a pastel and like a dark version. So this is the dark version, and of course you can see the pastel blue on there. Interesting accent. Don't know what I think about that. Wish they would have had a black one. I would have gone with that, but it's pretty cool too. We got, what are these? 2 Thunderbolt ports and 2 USB ports. USB-C, I think. And you can tell I'm a professional. I totally know what I'm talking about. And on top we have iMac and this cool like fabric, kind of like rope handle. Pretty cool, pretty fancy. And we need to open this now. Oh shoot, okay, this is very fancy. And I'm opening it upside down. Open it up like this, pull it back a little bit, and I guess it opens in a fancy way. So you pull this. Oh, is that... Nope, that's as much as it goes. Then it opens like that. You get the Mac right there. Oh my gosh, that thing is light. Alright. So here, I'm going to set it there, is the Mac. That's crazy, because the other one is like that thick. This one, it's that thick. Let's go ahead and turn it around so you can see. It is very thin. Wow, that's crazy. And this thing just got a tiny chip in it, but it is a powerhouse. It's really crazy. So we're going to move that. And then next up we have the keyboard, of course, in here. And we have our magic mouse right here, which is going to be in blue. Open it like that. And what? I actually didn't look at this prior to buying it. So it is actually white and like a barely blue. It's got blue pads on the bottom, and then the metal's like slightly tinted blue. Interesting. So now we're going to get the Mac set up, and I'll be back to you in just a minute. Alright, so we got the iMac set up on my desk, and I've been using this for about 5 days. Ignore that I'm in the same shirt. It's been washed. And I've been able to form a pretty good opinion on this thing, and I've designed some logos on it. And I haven't had a chance to use it to edit a video on yet, which I'm super excited to do with this big screen. It's gonna be awesome. But I have a few small points I want to go over, and then I'll give you my final opinion of this thing. So first off, how does it run? Of course, right? We got it set up. It looks super cool. Keyboard's awesome. Mouse almost looks silver still. Still can't get over that. How does it run? So this thing, of course, has the M1 chip in it, which is Apple's like new chip that they're putting in all their computers. They put it in the MacBook Pro and MacBook Air about a year ago. So how's it running? It runs exactly like any other M1 product. So Apple has like the M1 in the MacBook Pro, the MacBook Air. They have it in iPads. They have it in the Mac Mini. Took me a second to remember that one. Now we have an iMac. Runs like all those, just with an awesome screen, but it runs perfectly, super smooth. Like if we go to pull up, let's just do Safari because I already have it pulled up. It's really fast, it's super smooth, you can just see it like slide out like that. I have no complaints, it hasn't frozen on me, and it's done everything I wanted to do and be able to handle the graphic design workload that I do. And I'm not doing anything crazy like 3D design, just like Photoshop design for 2D images like that. I made that, except for that box on the side. It's not perfect. So next up, let's talk about the exterior of this thing now that I've had it set up, using it. Of course, they shrunk the bezels, looks pretty good, and the new webcam, it's 1080p from 720, still looks pretty bad to me. I wouldn't use it unless I was just like FaceTiming a friend. Mics are fine, nothing too crazy, but pretty good for just like an all-in-one iMac. Also, speakers, super awesome. I try to convey it into the microphone, but you can't really hear how good it sounds in real life. But very good, just take my word on that. Very impressed with the speakers. And I like that the Apple logo is gone from this. It just kind of makes it look a little bit more sleek and minimalist, if you want to put it that way. I love the blue accent color also. And then if we turn it around, there we go. You can see the kind of like navy dark blue, which I love this. So I kind of wish that they had this color on the front so that I could see that awesome navy all the time, but it is what it is. And then of course you have the 4 all USB Type-C. For some reason I thought 2 of them were Thunderbolt. These are for charging, these are just for plugging things in. So if you have like a SD card adapter stuff, you want to plug it into this. If you want to charge the keyboard or your mouse, you're going to want to use one of these 2 things with the like lightning charging symbol. Of course we have our on and off button back there. I thought when I first got this, because I should have done more research on it, and also no one mentioned it, I thought I was going to have to get a mic adapter because this thing doesn't have a mic. Well, turns out on the left side of it, on the side, since it's too thin to actually put a mic jack on the back because it would like stick through the whole thing, it's on the side. So you're seeing right now where it is. If you can't find the mic jack, it's on the side. I actually pulled out the instructions to see and I found it there. But I literally didn't think it had a mic jack, but it's there. But there are no hidden normal USB ports, it's only USB Type-C, so if you want to plug like a USB like hard drive in or something, you're going to have to get a USB to USB Type-C adapter for that. So, oh, luckily Apple sells you one, so there you go. Also want to talk about the keyboard for a second. Super awesome. I love the rounded design with the rounded keys on the side. Of course I went for the upgraded version where you have, you know, the number pad or numpad, and then you have the expanded arrow keys, which are kind of handy, not that big of a deal. But what I really do like on this is this right here. This is the thing for the new M1 iMac keyboards, and that is a Touch ID. You now have Touch ID on iMac, which is super awesome, and you just put your finger on it like a normal MacBook or like an old phone. And the thing that's funny about this is looking at it, it looks like they literally just took the fingerprint reader from an old like iPhone 6 and just slapped in one of the keys, which I'm totally down for that because it looks super awesome. But I think that's what they did. I think it's a reused part, but works super well. There's a little bit of lag because it's Bluetooth to the computer, but it works really well. So overall, what do I think about this? As you can tell, I'm very negative, very critical on this thing. With the M1, it just works really well. So if you're thinking about getting one of these, I highly recommend it. Of course, I got like a super upgraded version with a terabyte of storage and all this stuff, but you don't need it. If you just want to get the base version with one less core and the CPU, it's either CPU or GPU, I can't remember. I think you'd be perfectly fine there. With the M1 chip, it's all going to work really well, and you can basically go for any spec you want, and it's going to work pretty much the same except for storage because, of course, you can't upgrade the storage on this thing. But other than that, I would highly recommend getting one. And if you enjoyed this video, consider, hitting like, subscribe, and commenting, all that kind of stuff. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see y'all next time. Peace out. I'm gonna come all the way and hit that lens.